Agoura Hills is one of the most underrated cities in Los Angeles. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what it's really like to live here. Hi guys, my name is Mona and I'm a real estate agent here in Los Angeles. On my channel, we talk about all things real estate and lifestyle here in LA. In today's video, we are back at it with another location video. In today's video, we'll be talking about what it's like to live in Agoura Hills, including the pros, the cons, the real estate market, and everything else that you need to know. So let's get into it. Now, starting off with the location. Where is Agoura Hills located? Now, Agoura Hills is going to be a suburban city in LA County, but it's going to be in a more suburban part of Los Angeles. So if you guys may have heard of places like Calabasas, well, Calabasas and Westlake Village are actually neighbors with Agoura Hills. And this is going to be kind of like the suburbs outside of LA, even though Agoura Hills and Calabasas are both technically in LA County. Some people don't even realize that Agoura Hills is in LA County because it doesn't have the same type of vibe and atmosphere as places like West Hollywood and Beverly Hills that are going to be on the west side portion of Los Angeles. LA County is a huge region, you guys, and there's so many parts to it. So Agoura Hills is going to be in a more suburban part of LA County. Now, Agoura Hills is also about 30 minutes away from Malibu Beach. Agoura Hills, Calabasas, Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village, they all sit among the Santa Monica Mountains. So they're a pretty short drive from the beach. Whether you want to go to Malibu or you want to do a weekend getaway and head over to Santa Barbara, it can take you anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, of course, depending on traffic, of course. And then if you did want to head over to the west side portion of LA, maybe you want to go to Rodeo Drive, do some shopping, check out some great restaurants, you can get there an hour, hour and a half. I know hour and a half, it's like a pretty big time gap, but it just really does depend on traffic. If you get lucky, you can get there in an hour, but you may get stuck in traffic and it may take you an hour and a half. So that's why I want to give you kind of a general estimate, because once those peak hours hit, traffic starts to get heavier. Now, one thing I really like about the vibe of Agoura Hills, I feel it's a lot more laid back. Agoura Hills can definitely be affluent, trust me. There are several celebrities who live in Agoura Hills, who have lived in Agoura Hills. I'm not going to do any name dropping, but Agoura Hills has this more quiet money, low-key atmosphere. You're definitely going to see more millionaire next door types versus the flashy, flamboyant millionaires. Like if you go to Beverly Hills, people are a lot more flashier with their money, whether they have it or they don't, because you definitely have a lot of fake people who pretend they're something they're not, although that's everywhere. Agoura Hills, in my opinion, is just so much more low-key. It's more grounded, it's more suburban. You're definitely going to see more families here, but you'll see single people too. You'll see young professionals like myself. And I feel it does have a bit of that small town vibe to it. It has a population of about 20,000 people, which is pretty big in my opinion, but it does have that like small town feel to it, where I feel if you spend a lot of time in the area, you're going to know a lot of people. Now, when it comes to the amenities, Agoura Hills has a lot to offer in this department, especially when it comes to its natural beauty. So whether you love going on walks, hiking, going to the park, horseback riding, golfing, or heading to the beach for a romantic sunset picnic or a nice dinner at Mastro's or Nobu, Agoura Hills has you covered. Now, whether the amenities are in Agoura Hills itself or neighboring cities like Calabasas, Westlake Village, and Thousand Oaks, which are very close by, these are all going to be located on the Santa Monica Mountains. Some iconic mentions, though, for some places in Agoura Hills. First of all, we are going to have the Paramount Ranch. This is going to be open to the public right now, but back in the 1920s, which was almost 100 years ago, can you guys believe that? I mean, obviously I wasn't alive back then, so I don't know what it was like back then, but back then, Paramount Pictures would film Western TV shows and movies. So that is really cool if you're into like those type of like cowboy movies and TV shows. Definitely check it out. Although part of it was damaged due to some of the wildfires we had a few years ago. I'm not sure if they have fully recovered it yet, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's still open to the public. I don't know why it wouldn't be. And then you're also going to have the Lake Lindero golf course. So if you want to do some golfing, practice your golfing, I looked on their website yesterday and it was $15 per a person. I don't know if it's per an hour, but that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Especially when you're looking at prestigious country clubs like the Calabasas Country Club, the North Ranch Country Club in Westlake, or the Lake Sherwood Country Club, which is going to require over a 6-figure initiation fee to golf at that prestigious country club. $15 per an hour per person to me seems like a no-brainer. Then you are going to have this shopping center called the Wizen Square. I'm going to put it here on the screen. I forgot how exactly... Wizen Market Square. I probably said that wrong, but whatever. This is going to be a really cool outdoor shopping center. I think this has to be like the most interesting shopping center in the city of Agoura Hills, in my opinion. It's apparently going to be just all locally owned businesses, and I've actually been to some of the places here. So first off, you're going to have this pizza place. Their pizza is seriously so good. Even better that it's locally owned. I just love to support a good local owned pizza place. That sounds weird, pizza place, but I mean, it is a pizza place. And then you're going to have this dessert shop. They have really good pastries. This cafe is called Carrera. So good, you guys. You know me, I'm super into health and wellness, but I have to admit, their trilogy cake is so good, and it's gluten-free. It's like a flourless chocolate cake at the bottom. So yummy. They are also going to have this restaurant, Plata Cochina. I hope I said that right. I'm just being paranoid at this point. But their food seriously looks so good. Like, I'm actually starting to get hungry right now. And then they opened up this brunch spot recently. I've actually been wanting to try it for quite some time now. I don't know why I haven't gone around to it yet, but their food seriously looks so good. If you're looking for a good brunch spot in Agoura Hills, this just might be it. Or you can head over to Erewhon in Calabasas, because honestly, their keto breakfast sandwich is so amazing. Their matcha lattes, their smoothies, their iced coffees. I just love Erewhon, you guys. And it's in Calabasas, but it's pretty close by. And then you also have the amenities in Calabasas and Westlake Village. You have the Calabasas Commons. You have some really great shops and restaurants and cafes in Calabasas. If you want to learn more about Calabasas, I have a separate video. We'll link it in the description below for you. And then you're going to have Westlake Village, which I'll do in a future video in the next few weeks. So make sure you subscribe so you'll be notified when that comes out. And then I also have a video on Thousand Oaks. So you have like really great amenities in Agoura Hills and then close by. So it's really amazing. You have a lot to do locally in the area. Now, Agoura Hills is going to be a really popular and sought out city, especially for a lot of families. And one of the reasons why that is because the schools, honestly, the public schools have a really great reputation. And one thing I want to say, if you have kids here and you move to Agoura Hills and you put them in elementary school to middle school to high school, what's most likely going to happen if you stay in the city of Agoura Hills is that they're going to go to like the same elementary and middle school and high school as all their friends. So it's going to be part of the Las Virgenes School District. For elementary schools, you have Willow Elementary, and then you have Yerba Buena. I hope I said that right. I mean, I put it on the screen here so you can see it, so you can Google it yourself and do your own research. You're also going to have Lindero Canyon Middle School, Agoura Hills High School. Now for public community colleges, you're gonna have Moore Park Community College, which is gonna be in Moore Park. That's gonna be in Ventura County. And then if you wanna be in LA County, you have the Pierce College in Woodland Hills. These both have really great reviews, and they're very popular, and they're pretty close by too. Okay, now for my favorite part of the video, and that is going to be the real estate market. So let's talk real estate in the Agoura Hills area. Agoura Hills, and you may have picked up on this, is going to be a very residential area. So you're definitely going to see the market consist of more homes and estates than you would condos, apartments, and townhomes. Now, I can't really speak on apartments because I'm not a rental agent. I mainly help people buy and sell. So what I'm going to tell you is that you have good options for condos and townhomes if that's what you're looking for. Right now that I'm filming this video, the least expensive condo is going to be this 1-bedroom condo that's listed for $330,000. But when it comes to the single family homes, they're going to be starting at $1 million for this fixer-upper right here. While the most expensive home is going to be this beautiful modern farmhouse that actually borders Agoura Hills and Calabasas. You know, Agoura Hills and Calabasas are neighbors, so this one's going to be closer to Calabasas. And it's a 6-minute drive from Erewhon. I mean, I'm sold. All you have to do is tell me, hey, 6 minutes away from Erewhon, 2 miles away from Erewhon. Do your hot girl walk and get your Lori Harvey matcha latte smoothie. Okay, I'll stop talking about Erewhon. Probably gonna go there after this video because now I really do want a matcha latte. And then last year, the average home in Agoura Hills sold for over $1.4 million. Now I just wanna clarify, this number that I'm giving you, this $1.4 million number, that includes condos, townhomes, and single family homes in this statistic. So just keep that in mind. This is based on like just all the homes that sold last year in Agoura Hills. I went on the MLS, I looked at all the homes that were closed, that closed escrow in 2024, and then I pulled up the average sales price. Whenever you see these videos and you're wondering where I'm getting that number from, I'm literally going on the MLS and looking at everything that's sold, and that was recorded. Probably didn't need to explain that, I don't know why I did, but anyways, before we stop talking about the real estate market, there's one area of Agoura Hills that I really want to mention, and that is going to be Lake Malibu. So it's going to be in Agoura Hills, even though it's called Lake Malibu, which is really interesting, right? And I actually found out about this because I'm in real estate. Like, I didn't know about this. I grew up in LA. I did not know what Lake Malibu was until I became in real estate, until I got into real estate. And I actually checked out this really beautiful, it was like a Santorini inspired home. It was absolutely stunning. I toured it like a year and a half-ish ago. So I don't know if I still have that video anymore because I always delete my videos like 2 months after I film them. I don't know. But you have these really beautiful homes around the lake. So if you're looking for a beautiful lakeside home, Westlake Village, Lake Sherwood, and then Lake Malibu and Agoura Hills, you have some really great options in this part of LA. So I really wanted to mention that. And honestly, when it comes to the luxury market, Agoura Hills has some really beautiful estates, you guys. Obviously, if you're in the market, you can go ahead and reach out to me. My contact information is in the description. Okay, now that we talked about all the fun stuff, let's talk about the downsides that come from living in Agoura Hills. I have 3 for you. Number 1 is going to be, it's kind of boring. She's kind of boring. Agoura Hills is kind of boring. Now, I think Agoura Hills, you know, to each their own, right? What I consider boring, you may consider perfect. But I just feel Agoura Hills doesn't have any exciting amenities. And this is from the context of me, a 20-something-year-old, that I'm telling you I want to go to Beverly Hills and I want to go to the Parakeet Cafe and have a gluten-free vegan charcoal waffle. And then I want to go to Rodeo Drive and go to Maru Coffee, right? That's coming from my perspective. You're not really going to have these exciting city amenities. Even Calabasas and Westlake Village, in my opinion, have more amenities, more shops, more restaurants, more cafes, more gyms, you know, more things to do. By the way, there is an LA Fitness in Agoura Hills, but if you want to go to the Equinox or you want good workout studios, I feel more of them are going to be in Westlake Village, Calabasas area. Although I do think there's one in Agoura Hills. I'm going to put a screenshot of it right here so you can see that. But I just feel Agoura Hills, it has that small town vibe to it. And listen, to each their own. Maybe you like that and you don't really care that you have to drive an extra 10 minutes to go to your Pilates studio. But maybe for some people, it's just not their cup of tea. So I just have to mention that for the sake of being transparent. Number 2 is going to be the commute to the west side. If you're living in Agoura Hills and you live in like Beverly Hills, if you live in Agoura Hills and you work in Beverly Hills and you're having to commute every day, 5 days a week, I genuinely think that commute is going to be very exhausting. Now, you may be able to handle it. Again, to each their own. This is coming from my perspective and my opinion. If I was living in Agoura Hills and I had to commute to work an hour, hour and a half every day, an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back, I genuinely don't think I would be able to handle that. I think that that's very overwhelming for me, and I personally wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's one thing if you're going to work in like Woodland Hills, Encino, you know, Malibu, Calabasas, Thousand Oaks, like those are pretty close by. But once you get to the west side, and just like going to that part of LA, that traffic really starts to pick up and get heavier. So I just really wouldn't recommend it if you're gonna work, you know, further away, because that traffic, it's really not fun. And then lastly, number 3 is going to be wildfire concern. Agoura Hills does get hot, and it has been prone to wildfire. We actually had one a few years ago. So wildfire is a huge thing in LA County, even in Ventura County. Like if you went to Thousand Oaks and Simi Valley and Moore Park, I'm sure wildfire there is also a risk too. It's a risk, honestly, like everywhere that I sell real estate, everywhere that I look, there's a wildfire risk and it's a concern. So that's something that you definitely need to keep in mind. You know, California has earthquakes, and then like this Southern California part is going to be prone to wildfire. So those are things that you definitely want to keep in mind. Personally, I think Agoura Hills is a fabulous place to live. Again, to each their own. All these cities and neighborhoods are going to be so unique. They each have their own vibe to it. So you kind of need to do your own research, see what's right for you. I have other videos if you want to check out some other cities and neighborhoods in the LA Ventura County area. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the description below. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I think that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!